Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. My name is Andrew, coming to you from the beautiful Carolinas. Today's topic is going to be the narcissist wants to wear you down. Think about that for a minute. Everyone, if you like the content, please like, subscribe, and share. So this is what the narcissist does. They try to wear people down. They try to erode people away. They try to steal people's identities. They try to steal people's hopes, dreams, homes, yes, aspirations. They want to control that person's mind. And one of the things the narcissist wants to do, and I've said it in videos over the years, is they want to plant seeds in people's minds. And what they want to do is they want to matter to people. This is why the narcissist pops up when you least expect it. This is why the narcissist many times doesn't stop attempting to hoover. This is why the narcissist wants to control anything they possibly can. Now, why the narcissist wants to wear you down? It's because this is what they do. You must remember, the narcissist needs something called supply. And what is supply? Well, supply can be energy, it can be time, it can be a relationship, it can be somebody communicating with them or not. The narcissist needs negative supply or positive supply. Now, positive supply would be what you were when you were entering that relationship. You were a clean slate, you were a beautiful, bright, shining light, and you still are, but you didn't know what narcissism was. So you were naive and you didn't know. And they were watching you up close and from afar and trying to figure out how to get as close to you as they possibly could to take that beautiful, bright, shining light away from you. Now, they never took it away. They try to extinguish it and they try to keep it under wraps and they try to keep it in that box, in that dungeon-like, trance-like state, which is where you were existing, which is called the narcissistic fog. But you broke the shackles, you broke out, and you're healing now. You see that beautiful, bright, shining light that shines within you, it can't be extinguished. It's always been within you, and it's something the narcissist doesn't have. But what they try to do is they try to wear you down over and over and over again. When you're in that relationship, you were being gaslit. You didn't even know what gaslighting was. You were being stonewalled. You didn't know that stonewalling was a thing that the narcissist does, or a manipulating technique. You were certainly being given the silent treatment for hours, maybe days, maybe weekends, etc. You didn't know what that was either. These are all control techniques by the narcissist. This is why they all use the same playbook, because these techniques and tactics worked when they were children and they rolled them over into adolescence and young adulthood, and when they're on their deathbed, as the aging narcissist will be, they will continue to go down swinging. But they want to slowly control you. They want to erode away who you are. They want you to become an extension of them. They want to matter to you. They want you to put them high up on a pedestal to the detriment of yourself, to the improvement of themselves. This is what the narcissist did before they met you. It's what they did with you, and it's right now what they're doing if they're still out there gallivanting the globe. But why the narcissist wants to wear you down, let's say when you're in the relationship, it's because they know eventually they're gonna burn you out. And you will cross a line, or they will cross a line, or something will happen, and eventually that relationship, it will end. And it will end with a thud, a crash, and a bang. Many times it comes out of left field, but you didn't know what narcissism was because you weren't taught this in school. So when the narcissist took whatever they could from you, when you were in that relationship, they were wearing you down. They were wearing you down financially, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. They wore your hobbies down. They wore your mindset down. They wore down the way you cooked, the way you cleaned, if you slept, if you didn't sleep, if you were available, if you didn't, if the car had gasoline or didn't. They were controlling everything, and no good deed goes unpunished in the narcissistic relationship. So no matter what you think, you could not have done more. That relationship was going to end. It was going to break. Each and every narcissistic relationship has an expiration date. You're learning that, or you have learned that, and yours was no different, as was mine. But this is what happens. The narcissist wears people down. They burn people out. And again, if you put this piece of the puzzle together, and my hope is you either understood it already or you will right now, this is one of the reasons why the narcissist has multiple groups of people or multiple people on the hook or in communication with them at any one time. Let's say that you live in a certain jurisdiction. Well, the narcissists say they lived with you or lived in your apartment building. Well, you may have thought that you were in the relationship with them and they were mattering to you the most, or vice versa. Well, no. When they weren't with you, you never knew where they were, but where they were was getting other sources of supply in case you wised up and figured it out and you packed up and sold your apartment or condo, or you decided to break the lease and leave, because this is what the narcissist needs. They need to wear people out. They only know one speed, and that's full speed ahead. They don't know how to introspect. They don't know how to work on themselves. They don't know how to be a good, like-minded, stable, healthy person. All they know is to take, and take. And when they're done, what do they want to do? That's right, they want to take more. So this is what happens when you're in the narcissistic abusive cycle and you don't know what it is. You are being worn down. You're being worn out. You're being drained. This is why you can't sleep. This is why you're walking around on eggshells. This is why you pick up the phone immediately if the narcissist called you. This is why when they would text you, you would respond or you would react super quickly. And this is why you would be given that endless to-do list. And once you accomplished the endless to-do list, you'd be given another 2 more endless to-do lists, because you had to be busy when you were in that relationship. You couldn't just be. You couldn't just be yourself. And you may say, well, why was that? Why was I always running around? Why was I always doing things for the narcissist? Because if you were sitting still, or if you were actually having time to think about how you were being abused, you may have figured it out sooner. Play that and play it again. That's why the narcissist wants to wear people down. They want to burn people out because they don't care about people. They look at people as opportunities. They look at people as weak. They look at people as pathetic. They look at people as uneducated. And they look at people as ways to abuse and manipulate. The narcissist is loyal to nobody. They weren't loyal to you. They're not loyal to their kids. They're not loyal to their spouses or to their friends or their business associates, whomever. They will cut corners any chance they get. Any chance they get. And that's what they do when they're in relationships. So again, let's say that you married the narcissist. All right, well, you took your wedding vows. To you, the wedding vows meant something. It meant a life of togetherness, growing old together, having kids, raising kids, whatever you were going to do. Well, that's not how the narcissist saw the wedding. They saw the wedding as a way to get supply for a year, planning the wedding. And maybe the wedding week took place, and then you had people come in from all over the world. Well, there's some more supply because the spotlight is on the narcissist. It wasn't on you, whether you think it was or it wasn't. It was on the narcissist. And then what would they do? They would go through the ceremony, wedding vows to be exchanged, wedding rings are on the fingers. You're now on cloud 9 because you just married the love of your life, or your soulmate, or someone who completes you, etc. And they're thinking, yep, now I have another one. Marriage number 3, here we go. This person has no idea what I'm going to do to them. Or maybe it was marriage number 1, who knows? But the narcissist took the same vows as you, but they didn't hold the same belief system that you did, because all they want to do is destroy. They don't want to create. All they want to do is manipulate. They don't want to build. All they want to do is keep people stuck and trapped in that low vibrational state. They don't want people to heal. They don't want people to grow. They don't want people to elevate. They don't want people to learn. They want to wear people down. And this is what the narcissist does. So let's say now the relationship ended, and whether you were discarded or you ended it yourself, either way, my heart goes out to you because you were in the relationship with the narcissist. You're getting the wisdom. However, what happened? One day you figured it out, and one day you cracked the code. You found the needle in a haystack, which is what narcissistic abuse is, and here you go. Now you're getting your cup full. You're understanding so many more things than you knew before. But now, let's say this one, maybe that you blocked the narcissist, and they're still trying to rear their ugly head by texting you or calling you or dropping a package in the post or dropping something off your front door. Who knows what they're doing, or if they did do it. But why do you think they are trying to communicate with you when that relationship ended? Because they know who you are. They know what you provide. They don't want anyone else to take away that beautiful, bright, shining light and use it for themselves. The narcissist is selfish. They're a coward and a bully. They want what they don't have. When they have it, they don't want it any longer. And this is what the narcissist does. It's what they've always been doing. But post-relationship, let's say that you are healing or you have gone no contact and you're doing well and the healing path is going really well and everything's going fine. And then what happens? Maybe the narcissist, you cross their mind for a reason, for whatever reason. Well, what are they doing? Maybe they're trying to text you or call you or email you or send in flying monkeys to talk to you. I don't know, gather information about you. Why do you think they would be doing that? Because they still think that you have utility. They still think there's more that they can take from you. This is why you need to go no contact. This is why you need to block the narcissist, delete them, remove them and all flying monkeys and people associated with them. If not now, when? You need to take this very seriously because this is your life. This isn't a game. To the narcissist, you are just a pawn, a puppet, an indentured servant, somebody who they can manipulate. And once the narcissist has manipulated somebody, they believe that that person will always be under their spell, that they can always get that person back. That's why the narcissist so many times says, you'll be back. You'll never get over me. Good luck. I'll just wait because I know you're missing me. They'll say things like that, and you'll be scratching your head saying, who would say something like that? 2, I'm over you. 3, what are you talking about? And 4, oh my gosh, they're trying to plant seeds in my mind. See, that's what they do. They want to plant seeds of doubt, seeds of wonderment, seeds of what ifs, seeds of the future that would never happen, seeds that they did love you, they did care about you, etc. What the narcissist cares about at the end of the day is keeping as many people trapped in that web of manipulation they can, as many as they can. And they will feed off each and every person that's trapped in that web as long as that person stayed stuck in that web. That was you, it was me. I am no longer in the web. My hope is you're not in it either. But this is what the narcissist does. They wear you down. Think about the workplace bully / narcissistic boss or coworker, whatever you want to call it. Maybe it's a coworker. Well, maybe they're sitting next to you in the cubicle next to you or at the desk next to you, and they're tapping their fingers all the time, or they're humming, they're playing Spotify too loud, or they're slamming cabinets, or they're sighing or yawning, or they're complaining, or they're talking too loud, or they're laughing too loud. Maybe they're sleeping right next to you, claiming that they're doing work. I don't know what they're doing, but the point is, that's what these people do. They want to wear people down. Let's use that workplace example as for a moment. Say you went into HR because this person was harassing you or hounding you or disrupting your day. Well, you go into HR and you document everything. You show them the history of everything, the timestamps of the nasty emails that you were being sent off company time, how the narcissist, your workplace or workmate, wasn't doing their job, etc. Well, what's HR going to do about it? Probably nothing. Unfortunately, they probably have heard it before. They don't want to get in hot water, and they'll probably remove you and keep that narcissist there. Why do you think that would happen? I'll tell you why. Because if they remove you, you're a kind, loving, stable, healthy person. You'll find another job. At least that's what they think. They don't want to remove the narcissist because the narcissist then will put their target of their sights on that company. Get what I'm saying with you? That's one example of how these things unfold many times. Not every time, but many times. So the narcissist wants to wear you down. What about your brother or sister that you only see once every 2 or 3 years at a holiday or a reunion or something? Well, you avoid them like the plague because you now know what narcissism is and you don't want to see your siblings. Okay, fair enough. Well, maybe you go one time. Maybe you haven't seen them in a couple of years. You're going to go to the get-together or the barbecue or the reunion this year. And you go. You say it's been a couple of years. Maybe they've changed. You go. What happens? Well, that person, your adult sibling, they're stuck in the loop. And maybe they said hi to you in the beginning to test the water with you, and maybe you said hi back and you showed a little emotion, and next thing you know, boom, they're talking to you about your job, your spouse, what you should have done, why you didn't do more, you could have been somebody, etc. Or maybe they just gloat and tell you what they have. They have all the fancy cars and the watches, and they own 10 beach homes, and look at me, what about you? They will do whatever they can do to put other people down or to make other people believe that they're living their best life. The narcissist is always comparing themselves with other people. The narcissist is always comparing their relationships that they have with other people's relationships with other people. And the narcissist wants to wear people down over and over and over again. That's why, let's use this example. Let's say that the narcissist was your parent and you are a young adult right now and you figured out that one of your parents was toxic. Well, maybe they're still texting you or calling you and guilting you. Hey, I don't have money to pay the phone bill, or hey, I don't have any socks this year, or hey, I wish I could just get that Amazon package or whatever. They would be guilting you. Well, they've guilted you for years and you've always succumbed and given into the pressure because now you have boundaries. Now you're saying, no, you have your own money, you can do whatever you want to do, you can get your own socks, you can pay your own bills, etc. And then what would they be thinking? Well, they'd be thinking, the narcissist, your parent, is thinking, no, I own that person, that's my child, and they now are earning money. That money should be my money, it's not their money. Without me, they wouldn't have that job, they wouldn't have life, they owe me. That's what they're thinking in their tiny little brains. And what do? They keep wearing you down. They keep talking to you via email or text or phone call, or they send in your siblings to say things like, Mom or Dad really want to talk to you. I don't know why you're not talking to them. I don't know what the problem is, but they say everything's fine. You see, this is what happens when you're in the narcissistic abusive relationship or cycle. The narcissist wears people down over and over and over again. And does the narcissist themselves ever get worn out? No, they don't, because they don't care. All they care about is being needed. All they care about is keeping people stuck. All they care about is fine-tuning their skills of manipulation. The narcissist has no love within them, no empathy. All they care about, no compassion, no consideration. All they care about is themselves. So if they can wear people down and eventually people unblock them or don't maintain no contact or communicate with them, even if it's a one-word text, well, then the narcissist now knows, they're not that strong. I'll wait a couple days, I'll try and smother them again and slither my way back into their life, and they'll go back for another round. Maybe it's round 7, maybe it's round 10, maybe it's round 30, I don't know. But the narcissist wants to wear people down, and that's what they do over and over and over again. until you get the message and until you figure out that going no contact is the path, maintaining your boundaries is the path, and understanding that the narcissist will never change. You are changing, or you have changed. The narcissist is still that low vibrational creature. They still want to keep people captured and trapped, and they still want to wear people down. So don't unblock the narcissist. Maintain your boundaries. Understand you are elevating, ascending, you're growing, you're learning, you're teaching, you're becoming awakened and aware. The narcissist is still stuck in that low vibrational state where they exist and they know it. They can never get out of that. They could try to capture people's beautiful, bright, shiny light and their energy, and they do that for a period of time until they don't. You are one of the fortunate ones. You broke the ties and you're out of the relationship. Stay out of the relationship. So everyone, that's the video. I hope you liked it. I loved doing it from the beautiful Carolinas. This is Andrew. Namaste. Have a great afternoon, evening, or morning, no matter where you are on the planet. You're not alone. Remember that. You're not alone. I love you all. God bless you, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. And remember, the narcissist, if they're hoovering you, it's because they think they can still get to you. It doesn't mean they want to get in a relationship with you. It means you still have something that they want, whatever it is: time, money, empathy, a roof over their head, a car. I don't know what it is. Access to a beach club or a yacht or a ski chalet. I can't tell you what it is. But if the narcissist is still trying to contact you, maintain your boundaries. Don't give in. These people will do whatever they can do as long as they can have the ability or attempt to wear people down and have people break no contact. That's what they want to do. And once they get what they want, which is communication with somebody who has healed or who is healing, then they're going to pepper that person again for doing what? For breaking no contact. That's why you need to understand. You need to get away from these people as far and as fast as you possibly can. That's the video. I love you all. God bless you. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye, everybody.